Hello, COMM 1323 students. I am going to put the URL, this is Diane K. Spear, up at the top of my screen for the library, hbu.edu/Moody. This is just a quick, easy way to get to the library's home page that I showed in class. And after it goes there, in class I showed you how to scroll down and go to the advanced search in HBU OneSearch and how to do some searching in that database. Now this is actually not really just one database, it's many databases. So it's like actually searching in Amazon, because Amazon's got stuff from all over the place, things being sold from different factories, different companies. This is kind of what this is. This is searching like 98% of all of our databases at one time. So this is why it's really a fantastic place to start. And I talked about the fact that you've got all these different fields that you can narrow it down to. But if you leave this right here at select a field, it's not going to be searching in the text of each article, each word on each article. So leaving it at select a field is a great thing to do just starting out. You can also scroll down and you can limit to the peer-reviewed scholarly journals if you have another class. You can limit to full text. You can also set your years, month to year, or year to year. That's fine. So as we're going down here, then you would just go ahead and search down here. Now when you first log in here from off campus, you're going to see a yellow bar across the top up here. You'll need to log into that with your HBU portal information, login password, or the my.hbu.edu information to be able to open up the full text of articles. Sometimes when you pull up an article in here, it will have something like, let's just say something like full text finder or something like that in green. When you click on that, it'll take you to a different database or a website out there where you can get to the full text. Sometimes we have articles, journals that are full text online for free that nobody has to pay for, but we're linking through to them anyway. And then we also have links to subscribe journals that are very expensive that we have to link through for you guys through the databases. Okay, so that was HBU OneSearch. I'm clicking back on the top here on Moody Library. I also discussed with you about Credo and Credo Reference and also CQ Researcher. You get to that by going to the databases. I scrolled down to the 9 boxes, and the first box is for databases. You notice that chat is online. That means you can ask a question if you need to. And we've got all these tabs across the top here. There's a Research Help Center, which is going to have probably, if I remember correctly, modules to help you with your research, tell you more about how to do it. And you've got books and new books and ebooks, and then you've got reference works. But these art, music, business, education, history, literature, newspapers, nursing, philosophy, religion, psychology, sociology, and science and math tabs are tabs that have the different tabs related to your subject area underneath that. If you are running or looking up on, let's see how to explain this, a topic that's cross-disciplinary in nature, such as the psychology of children and school, then you might want to use HBU OneSearch, or there is a way that we can have you load the psychology databases and the education databases together. You notice as I was talking here that the chat up here came up. So if I had a question, I could just say chat now and ask some questions. Right now I'm going to say no thanks. And we're going to scroll down. This is a list on the right side of every single database that we have. So if you want to scroll and look through that, you're welcome to do that. Also, there's something like more underneath there. You can click on that and find more about the database that you're looking at. I showed you 2 in the C's right here on the right, CQ Researcher and Credo Reference. So if I click on Credo Reference, then you're going to see a place where you can search. And this is more like looking at a reference book, dictionaries, encyclopedias, background information. And I showed you that I just looked up the word driverless for driverless cars. I wasn't sure if they said driverless autos or vehicles, so I just put the word driverless, and there's other words for driverless also. And if you scroll down, you see that there's a wonderful little article here that gives you a little chart on an example of a driverless car, different parts of it. Here is a dictionary giving you definition. And then you've got a man's name here. I haven't read this. You'd have to see why he's connected with driverless cars. And then you've got autonomous cars and automated guided vehicle systems. So you can look through these and you can get some articles that you might want to go read or get some background information. Okay, so now I'm going to close this. Actually, let me just run, I'll run a search for somebody's topic that I've seen on the list. I don't know if there's anything on here on drones, but I'm going to check. There's some drone aircraft, drones, swarm skies, privacy issues. That's a pretty good one. That's a background from Bloom. So as you go down here, you can see there's more on drones, quite a few. These aren't articles necessarily. These are more like reference books, like encyclopedias. Okay, so let me close this one and go back to the Moody Library homepage. And I'm going to go back to the databases again. I'm going back to the C's, and I'm going to show you CQ Researcher. I'm going to scroll down to the C's, and we're going down CQ Researcher. I'm looking at the topics that are on the sign-in sheets that I've got, and this is more like controversial kind of topics, but they also, the articles that come up will be pretty large. And make sure you note the dates on these. We're in CQ Researcher. This week they're talking about the movie industry disruption. It's dated February 8th, 2019. And it says, can Hollywood adjust to the streaming era? So you can read about this. If you click on read the full report, you can see this is a pretty large document. You can view the PDF if you want to. And here's your introduction, your overview, your background, your current situation. This is the current situation because this is the week we're in. Outlook, pros and cons. Someone will take a side for and streaming, and one will take a side against streaming. I guess that's how it's going to work. You got a chronology and short features, maps, graphs, bibliography. And I was showing you guys that if you scroll down through this, these are all linked, and they'll take you down to the citation where that is in the references. And you've got graphs that you can actually incorporate into your documents. Keep on going down, more graphs and pictures. And then you've got background, early days, rise for competition, threats at home, inequity and diversity. What's this? Streaming issues, blurring the lines, future of theaters, outlook, on-demand world. Here's your pros and cons section. And as you scroll down, you'll see here's the chronology of the background or history for this issue, which is really a good place to go look and see what's been going on. Here's short features. And then as you keep on going down, you're going to start getting sort of like references that you can actually click on these little URLs and get more articles for your paper. They're probably going out on the web to see. If for some reason it doesn't link to the full text, get back to one of us and let us help you try to find that. Let's see, I'm going down some more. And now we've got more links. And you've got a bibliography here for books, articles, and they've all got links in them. And then next step, studios, future, theaters. And you've got some contact information where you can go out and look at these websites. So all of these reports are quite long, 20, 30 pages or more. And they're going to have a lot of information for you on your topic. I'm scrolling back to the top. And if I go back to the home here, each one of these is going to give you an example for APA citation. You can also click over here on the different hot topics that are going around. This is the one that I used in class, self-driving cars. But I can come up here and run a report. Let me run a search for drones. And now I've got domestic drones. This is 2013, so you'd have to update that. And then AI, and this is about the military using drones. Here's a short report dated in 2017 on terrorism. And as you go down, it gets probably further away from your topic. If I click on domestic drones for 2013, you can also view the PDF. You can see here's the breakdown I showed you earlier. And then if you click over here, you can download the PDF. Cite Now will tell you how to do the APA. Make sure you check that. This does not have a hanging indent, so you're going to need that. Here's your email. You can email this to yourself. And you notice that this article was written, I think I said 2013, but over on the right side it says Issue Tracker for related reports. And there's different reports from air transportation on the airline industry turbulence. So this is going to talk about drones also. Airline safety, and here we go back to the article I mentioned earlier. This is just one place to get some background information. So you could actually go down to the chronology portion of this and get a background on drones. Let's see, like the history. And there's your pros and cons. Here's your chronology, starts in 1917 to the 1940s. Anyway, that is a quick overview of mostly CQ Researcher and Credo reference. I'll make another video or either link another video about HBU OneSearch. Thank you.